What's up, YouTube? You know what time it is. It's Mighty Fan time, and it's another week. So this time I didn't miss a week, as I did a couple weeks ago. But continuing on with until I run out of teams that I have throwback jerseys for baseball. A new week, a new team, and this week's team is a personal favorite of mine as far as jerseys go. I've always been a fan of their look. I've always loved their jerseys. And I speak of the Big Red Machine, the 1970s. These jerseys basically are from, but any era, I think they always had just great-looking jerseys. So the Cincinnati Reds is this week's team of the week. Shout out to A-Rock, because I know some time ago he made a video with his Cincinnati Reds gear. Great stuff by you. I've always liked their look, whether it's the hat, the jersey, whatever. It just always popped in my estimation. And without further ado, let's get right to it. As my Phillies continue to struggle, we're just gonna I can make a whole video about that. I'm not gonna, because that's what sports talk radio is for. But it's been pretty rough. I know, hometown fans, all the Jays fans out there, you guys swept us this weekend. It's really no surprise to me the way the Phillies have been playing. I mean, you can't score a run versus a bullpen in 9 innings. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But anyhow, Jose Reyes, he was out there. That's all I'm saying. Hey, if you're going to overpay for someone, I would have overpaid for him. But anyhow, let's just forget about the Phillies right now. It would just make me angry. But let's continue on with the team of the week, and that's the Reds. And the first jersey I have for my Reds collection is one of the few vintage jerseys that I have in my collection for any sport. And I know that there's a lot of jersey collectors out there that collect a lot of vintage jerseys. I know Woody, Woodward definitely comes to mind. His great collection of vintage baseball jerseys, really, really good, really cool, good stuff. It's just I haven't really collected too many of them. I have a couple. This being the only one I have for baseball, and it's the batting practice vintage Majestic jersey. And you see the old tag right there. And this is, of course, Johnny Bench, number 5. You see the Bench 5 on the back. Beautiful jersey, really nice. I know Mitchell and Ness made their version of this. You see the old tag there on the bottom, too. And you see the heavy mesh. Definitely old school right there. It's got kind of the yoke sleeves, too. Right there. And that trim going around. I know Mitchell and Ness made their version of this jersey, and they did a really good job of it. It's a nice jersey, one that I would have picked up had I not already had this one. But I don't know, just the red on there and everything just really looks nice, really pops. So yeah, Johnny Bench batting practice jersey, vintage jersey. And now I got a couple of Mitchell and Ness jerseys, both from the 1976 season, when they were the Big Red Machine. And this one is one that was a grail of mine for a little while. I got it last year during one of the Facebook sales that Mitchell and Ness had, when they actually had those. They don't do that anymore, but they did last year. I got this off the website. It's one of the few jerseys that I actually got from their website. Mainly I just get them from the store. But it wasn't available at the store, so I grabbed it on their website because I definitely wanted to get it. Really like the look. It's the 1976 Road Gray. It's kind of a simple jersey, but it just really looks nice with that single-stitch Cincinnati, the 5 on the front. And this is one thing I want to point out about these jerseys, because you do see a lot of fakes of this particular jersey and the next one I'm going to show. But the one thing you always want to look for, if it's claiming to be a Mitchell and Ness, look at how big that name is on the back. That's how the Reds wore it back in the day, because they were the Big Red Machines. They wanted everyone to know who they were, name-wise. So they had gigantic names on the back. The fakers never make them this big. They're usually smaller, more kind of generic font. It's not like this. And it's one of the things you definitely want to look out for if you're seeing this on eBay and you have some questions as to whether it's legit or not. Take a look at the name, because the name is big, and the fakers don't usually do that. I tell you, if I had like $10 for every time I see a fake of this jersey on eBay, I could probably just buy a few Mitchell and Ness jerseys right now. There's a ton of them. But you just have to be on the lookout for that. And, of course, in 1976, all the National League teams wore that patch on the sleeve for the celebrating 100th anniversary of National League Baseball in 1976. And the second jersey here is another great player from those Big Red Machine teams. This is the home version of the 1976 jersey. And, of course, it's number 24, Tony Perez, who actually played a little bit on the Phillies. He was part of the '83 team that went to the World Series. They had a few Reds on four Reds, Big Red Machine Reds on that team. They had Pete Rose, Tony Perez, they had Joe Morgan. I want to say Concepcion was on that team too, but I'm not 100% on that. But I know for sure Perez, Rose, and Morgan were a part of the Wheeze kids that lost to the O's in the World Series that year. And that rookie by the name of Ripken, I think he had a pretty good career for himself back then. But yeah, Cal Ripken was part of that O's team. Eddie Murray, Palmer. I mean, that was a great team. But anyhow, Tony Perez, 1976, home white. And again, as it was with the bench, look at how big that name Perez is. That's how it's supposed to be. And of course, they made the bench. They made Dave Concepcion, Joe Morgan, Mitchell Ness made these jerseys, and they're all big and bold names on the back, as they should be. The other thing I love about that jersey, just look at that logo. I mean, that's just, gotta love the logo. You got chain stitching on that bad boy right there. The Reds. And as it was with the Johnny Bench, it is with Tony Perez. Got the 76 logo there for the 100th anniversary of National League Baseball. So there you go. Here's the Reds jerseys, and I do have plenty of swag factor for these jerseys because, like I said, I love the Reds look, just the logo, the colors. So I have plenty of Cincinnati Reds hats to go with them. So there you go. Here's one. And I got the Big Red Machine hat. Now, this is really more for 1975. It's got the logos and all for 75, but it does have that Big Red Machine right there. So, we'll go with them too. The one Reds hat that I still want to get, though, is the New Era Cooperstown Collection World Series 76 hat. And I know they never had the logo on the side for that World Series, but New Era, as they put for all the different World Series winners, they made one for the 76 Reds. And and I'd like to get it because it definitely goes with these two jerseys. And you know me, I'm just crazy when it comes to the jersey hat combo, as you see right now. So so I would like to get that hat to go with these jerseys. So maybe before the end of the summer, I'll have it. You never know. But at any rate, yes. So the Cincinnati Reds. It was Reds week, so here it is. Hope the Reds fans out there enjoyed this video. And yeah, as I always say, big shout outs to all my subscribers out there. Thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button for me. Keep doing so. Rate, comment. It's always appreciated. Fellow Jersey heads out there, big shout outs to all of you. Family, friends, DeviantArt members, big shout outs to all you. I know the NBA Finals are going on right now between the Thunder and the Heat. I'm pulling for the Thunder because I've always been a fan of Kevin Durant, and I'd like to see him win over the Dream Team in Miami. So we'll see what happens. It's been a great series at this point. Some close games come down to the wire, as I figured it would be. I knew it would be a great series. So it should be great the rest of the way. So go Thunder. See, I'm wearing my rookie year Allen Iverson jersey, even though Sixers aren't in the finals. I'm hoping for good things for them in the future. So we'll see. But anyhow, like I said, big shout outs to everyone. It's getting kind of hot, so I gotta go. It's gotta be like 98 degrees later this week. That's not fun. That's not gonna be fun, but I'll get through it, right? All right, YouTube. This is MightyFan's saying peace, and I will see you in that next video. Okay.